Welcome back to the Nerd Podcast, episode 28.
28 is crazy. You know, I did think earlier today that it was 29. I don't know why I thought that.
We're getting close to 30.
Don't say nothing.
Trey is getting a lot closer to 30 than I am.
I knew
I'm not
he,
even
bro.
25 yet. He's going to be 26 this year.
26, man. Woo! 26
I will
is
say,
nuts.
we have now passed Popcorn and Pixels with the amount of episodes that we have.
Really?
They took a big break. They just did episode 24.
Oh, they took a break? Dang.
Yep. So we now have passed up the episode count.
Hey, man, we trucking. I do have something to say really quick before we get into this. I'm very, very, very excited and optimistic about what 2026 holds in terms of the podcast, our channels, and within the IPs that we talk about. I think there's big things coming from those IPs.
Oh, absolutely. This year and next year even more so, I think, are going to be two very productive years for the podcast.
Oh yeah, 100%, bro.
So, what we're doing today, ladies and gentlemen, obviously we're going to pray in a second. After that, news and rumors, like always. We got a mystery segment, first mystery segment back in a few weeks. And then we have a big Star Wars segment that we're going to be talking about today, which Trey has every piece of information that you could ever need on it. So, we are going to be doing that. But we'll pray first. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, thank you so much for this day. Thank you for this opportunity that we have to be here and just to glorify you with the way that we hold ourselves, Lord. I pray you bless this podcast tonight. Help us to have fun. Help us to just enjoy the time that we get to spend doing this. Help the people who are listening to this to just get some entertainment and some joy out of this, Lord. I pray most importantly that people will just continue to come to know you, Jesus, and that you'll help us to share you with as many people as we can. We love you. Praise your name. Amen.
Amen, chat. So here's what happened, chat. Even with as much news and rumors that I put into the Star Wars segment because there was so much to talk about, we still got a couple pieces. So first things first, chat. Kathleen Kennedy lied about Rian Johnson. So she said that Rian Johnson got spooked from making Star Wars movies because of the backlash for The Last Jedi. Johnson responded and reacted on Twitter and said, LOL, zero spooked. Sorry. That's a shot.
Dude.
That's a shot. Homie was not spooked in the slightest. I think what's unfortunate is I've been one to take Kennedy's side on a lot of stuff, and at least more so than a lot of people. I still don't think I think that's the right move moving on from Kennedy, but we'll talk about that later. But openly lying about that, I don't know if that was the right call, dude.
To think, I came out on this podcast and said, I'm sorry, I gave her a public apology. And here she is, number 9.
Number 9, bro. Straight number 9 is crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it was the right move to do that. Because, I mean, he straight up is like, yeah. Like, that was I don't even know how to explain it. Like, that was definitely a shot. Like, yeah, I wasn't spooked. Like, I don't even know why she said that. That's what he's saying. I don't think he should have gotten just one film in the middle of a trilogy. I've said that before. I think he should have gotten the whole thing, or JJ gotten the whole thing. But I do think that dude is a phenomenal director, and he deserves another shot at it, especially if that's the treatment that they gave him. Like, I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of that statement.
No, as much as I disliked his film, I don't think he's a bad director. He's had a lot of success with a lot of movies he's done, and we've talked about it several times. But I do think that if his trilogy, or the trilogy that he got to work on, was all his, it would have been very, very good and well written, and I think it would have made a lot more sense. So, yeah, I'm not against him on this side of things.
Agreed.
All right. So, This is a little bit of news that it's going to be taking place next month for Super Bowl Sunday. There's several trailers coming out Super Bowl Sunday. There's a lot of trailers coming out that are beyond our scope of what we talk about on this pod, but we are supposed to be getting uh, potentially the first Doomsday trailer coming out on Super Bowl Sunday. We're supposed to be getting a Mandalorian and Grogu something. I don't know if it's an official trailer. I don't know if it's just a TV spot. Something is coming out though for that on Super Bowl Sunday. I do.
Hey,
Yeah.
keep going. I'll be right back.
Okay. I do know that Spider-Man: Brand New Day has the potential to show up on Super Bowl Sunday as well, but there's also a lot of rumors saying that it could be any day now. There was a lot of people thinking it was going to be coming out today as we're filming this, and that did not happen. So we'll have to wait and see when Sony is targeting. Super Bowl is the big day. Obviously, if Marvel's promoting Doomsday, if they promote Brand New Day at the same time, I think it'd be a big thing and get a lot of people excited. So we will see what happens with Spider-Man. And then as far as what else do we cover? We have Warner Bros. Most likely releasing Supergirl on Super Bowl Sunday as well. So we have at least 4 different trailers coming out. I don't know if we're going to get any gaming trailers that we could cover as well. That'd be pretty cool. We get another trailer for Batman. We get another trailer for possibly Jedi 3, which Trey probably talk about later on. But there's several trailers coming out. So as far as watching the Super Bowl, you might not be a big sports fan. Trey and I do watch. We watch sports. We enjoy sports. But if you're not, make sure you do stay tuned for those trailers because you're talking about 4 potential. Oh man, that's yeah.
Chat. I had to do it. He mentioned Super Bowl. You already know what time it is, baby.
So we're gonna have a lot of you're gonna have a lot of reactions to make for this channel because you got Doomsday, you got Supergirl, potentially Spider-Man, and then I got to do a Mando one. So that
we are getting a Mando?
Super Bowl. I don't know if they're actually doing a full-blown trailer. They're talking about a TV spot though.
Interesting. Evan is correct. I want a Jedi 3. I didn't put that in my news. I didn't put that in anything, chat, but I'll say it really quickly. I think it was Jedi Holocron was reporting that Jedi 3 could potentially come out this year. I'm not very optimistic on it. The reason I say that is because that was the only place that it talked about it. So I'm not the most optimistic. I would love for it, of course, but I'm going to hold my breath on that one.
I think we definitely could get the announcement this year.
Yeah, and a trailer possibly, yeah.
That'd be cool. Oh man.
At the Game Awards?
That'd be pretty cool. I hope we do get that announcement. I'd love to have another Jedi game coming out.
Well, there's another announcement I'd rather have.
Oh, I know.
I'm going to save that for next week because we're going to talk about next week.
Star Wars Hunter 2.
That's right. Hunters, baby. But this time, a completely different game because that was trash. No.
Speaking of that, we have a very special shout out, and that is to our boy, HD.
Who lit? No, I'm just playing, chat. I wouldn't do that. That's the homie. A big shout out to the homie, though, actually, because we've been saying it for the past few weeks. For the logo and the merch, homie's the GOAT.
That's right. We wear his hat sometimes. Not tonight. Trey had one on.
I did have one on, but I had to change because homie mentioned Super Bowl, and I mean, come on, chat. You know what I'm saying?
We got to wear these hats for episode 99 because we got Aaron Donald, Aaron Judge.
You got a Judge jersey?
I don't.
I got a Donald.
I got to buy a jersey just for episode 99. We better be monetized by then.
By 99? Yeah.
We got some time, so let's work on that.
We have a lot of time.
So Super Bowl, though, I think Super Bowl, especially if we do get all these trailers for these movies, I think it's going to be a ton of fun.
I mean, we know I'm watching anyway, of course, chat, because, you know, my hat, you know what I'm saying? But I'm excited for the trailers. I think the trailers more so than just the commercials. I feel like the commercials have kind of fallen off. I don't really care about the halftime show this year. I think it's going to be dookie. But like I said, I'm still saying this. The last that halftime show in LA, peak, knocked it out of the park. But yeah, I'm excited for the trailers.
All you.
All right, chat. We got another cool one. So Tom Hardy says that he loves Star Wars and would be down for a role in the franchise. So if you didn't know, he previously did have a cameo as a stormtrooper in the deleted scene from The Last Jedi. And he said, "My favorite character is Han Solo. I'd be well up for doing more Star Wars." Um, I don't know what role I want him to have because I've said plenty of times on the podcast, I don't want crazy, high, well-known actors. But we're getting Gosling, so I think Hardy could do it.
He needs to be a villain.
Agreed. Agreed. Yeah, I think making him a villain would be good. That Starfighter movie just seems like, dude, it is really crazy to think I'm more excited about that than I am Mando and Grogu. Like, I would have never thought, but I do have some hidden gems I think is going to be pretty cool for Mando and Grogu. But what kind of role would you want to see him in if he like besides just a villain, like a
I don't
Sith or
know.
like a smuggler villain or something like that?
See, my first thought, because I started thinking about him playing Bane, and I was like, I could see him being like some type of like. My mind at first went to an Inquisitor. I don't know who, but then I'm like, ah. So then I kind of went away from that. I don't see him being a Sith, to be honest. I feel like he'd be more of like a. I could see him being a bounty hunter.
Yeah, he could pull off a bounty hunter. I think it'd be kind of sick. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, him as a Force user, I don't see it.
yeah, I get what you mean. I'd be cool with him playing it. Do you remember? Do you remember the scene in 8? It was a. I'm sure you've seen the not post credit, the deleted scene. It was when Finn, Rose, and I don't remember the guy's name. The guy that was like what I'm talking about. You know what I'm
Hmm.
talking about. The scene with BB9E and all that stuff, and like they got
Hmm.
taken. He was one of the stormtroopers in that scene.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yep. But like I said, I think it'd be cool for him to actually have a legit role. I just don't know what I would want him to play. But
I don't think he's too big of an actor to be in Star Wars, though.
that's fair. I think
I,
Gosling's bigger.
like if you brought it in like, because we talked about Chris Evans before. I don't think Chris Evans fits.
No,
But like Tom Hardy, he's a great actor.
I don't think
But I
RDJ would fit either.
no, the the
But
only role I could see,
Scarlet would fit.
yeah, the only role I could see RDJ possibly playing, he looks like he'd be like a type of person who would be sitting in the Senate, like an evil person who sits in the Senate.
Ooh,
That's like the big thing I could see like him playing. Nothing
you
else.
know what? He could play a cool Imperial officer. I think.
Oh, you're right.
I think he could kill that. Yeah, I think that could be kind of cool.
It would just be so strange seeing RDJ as like a smaller role though.
Yeah, yeah, but imagine him as like a right hand man to Thrawn, bro.
Like similar to General Hux.
Yep. I mean, you got
Ooh.
Captain Paleon, but
Ooh.
yeah, I think RDJ could be cool with a role like that. He wouldn't do Paleon because we already have one because he was in Mando.
Right.
But yeah, oh, you my brother.
Okay. Hold on to something.
Are you serious?
Dude. This is ladies and gentlemen, this is part of the video I just made on my channel, so if you want to check it out. That's breakable. Don't hold on to that. Um but this is so if you haven't seen my new video that I just posted, go check it out. But dude, this is rumored to be the opening scene for Avengers Doomsday. It's not anything you would expect.
Really?
This report states that Avengers Doomsday will reportedly open with Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and Doc Ock teaming up and battling the Fox X-Men.
Dude.
But the X-Men reportedly end up destroying Tobey Maguire's universe. Because an incursion's probably happening because they're there.
Okay, that was really cool. And then now I'm sad.
So this is, and it's rumored that Hugh Jackman and Tobey Maguire are supposed to fight each other in this film, like a Wolverine versus Spider-Man fight. Dude. It's also rumored that Wolverine might kill somebody in this film. You imagine he kills Tobey?
Imagine he kills Doom.
He's just not here for Secret Wars, and we get Kang. that thumbs down. But dude, yeah, there we go. That's right. Bring out the bubble. But the only thing is if Tobey's universe does get destroyed, I think that it raises the risk of him actually being killed because he has no universe to return to. And after Secret Wars, he's not going to be in the MCU. So you'd have to, in some way, get rid of him. So I think that if that is true, his chances of like getting off is a lot higher. Which breaks my heart.
I don't want them to kill Tobey, bro.
But can you imagine that? We get Doc Ock and Spider-Man fighting the X-Men. That's insane, dude.
That could be kind of sick, bro. That could be a fire opening. Probably, arguably, one of the best openings in the MCU.
Dude, I'm telling you, because I went through all the fights that are rumored to be in this movie. Going through them today, dude, I was so excited. Like, I think that this is the chance to be one of the best MCU movies ever.
Ooh, yeah, probably. I mean, I think Secret Wars should blow the doors off of everything.
Like, I'm so excited.
Oh yeah, super excited. This next piece of my last piece of news is not directly tied to like Star Wars or Marvel or DC, but it affects Star Wars and Marvel. So Cosmic Marvel is reporting that the next CEO of Disney is expected to be announced next month.
New CEO.
New CEO. So that means Iger gone. All right. Yeah. We'll run with it.
Read your mind.
Who would you like to see as the new CEO?
The first thought that just came to my head. Not even kidding, dude. Jon Favreau.
Ooh.
He's been in both universes.
I like that, but I had one. Hear me out, okay? I need you to hear me out. I need you need to just turn everything off and hear me out, okay? What if it's Kathleen Kennedy? Listen, the timing of that is kind of crazy. I'm just saying. Chat, we definitely rage baited a little bit there, but.
You know who I'd rather have? Kevin Feige.
The problem is, I don't see either of them as a suit, in terms of, Feige, he's more of a creative. Kind of somewhat similar to Favreau. I don't see any of them being the CEO of Disney, but I don't know who it would be.
I can't
honestly.
see it being Kathleen.
No, I was totally joking, bro.
Oh,
No.
dude, I would cry. I would be so upset.
I don't think I would understand the move. You know what I'm saying?
No, you definitely need somebody who is business minded. That's why, like, they're supposed to be bringing in 2 people for Star Wars.
Yep.
But
Lin Win and Dave.
So I don't know, but that's crazy though. Oh, I hope they don't ruin it, cause dude, there's been a lot of stuff canned. There's been a lot of stuff said it was supposed to be happening that's been on hold forever. There's been stuff that was made that should never have been made.
You're
It's
telling me,
been
bro.
it's been pretty poor, dude. So,
Yeah. Um, you know, it's one of those things where I feel like give me a CEO who understands when I have these branches, Marvel and Disney, and I have guys like Kevin Feige and Dave Filoni in charge, I let them handle the story. Leave the stories alone. Leave the creatives to their work. Like, let them do that. Um, don't be pulling the Hunt for Ben Solo, like, because you don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what needs to not happen. So give us a CEO who cares about the brand and cares about the not only just the over, the smaller brands, but the umbrella of Disney as a whole. Um, we want Disney to thrive, dude. No, nobody that gets on here and talks about Star Wars and Marvel want it to die. Like that would never make any sense. So we just want good stories, bro. And we want a CEO at Disney who's going to allow the creatives to do their job.
and who also gives the appropriate amount of money to every project.
Yeah.
I'm still salty about Kenobi, dude.
Yeah. Kenobi's budget compared to, I think it was lower than the Acolyte, bro.
It was.
Even Andor, I would argue, shouldn't have been higher budget than Kenobi. But
Nah, it's a good show though, dude. It's
it
winning
is.
so many
It is.
awards.
It is. I have no hatred towards Andor. I do want to rewatch it, because I would really like to. I will say I did yesterday start rewatching Ahsoka. Peak, bro. I forgot how good Ahsoka is, dude. I
Dude,
love that show so much. I think I've only watched the first episode again. So
I was debating last night either restarting Daredevil for like the 4th time or watching the X-Men animated series again, but I did not start either. Chat, this is not a topic of discussion for the podcast, at least at the moment. But because there is a movie coming out later this year, so you need to watch these. But I have been watching Lord of the Rings.
there's one coming out this year.
Yeah, dude, it's called The Hunt for Gollum, and like Ian McKellen and like everybody's coming back for it.
Is that why they're gonna all be at? Uh,
No, they're celebrating 25 years.
okay.
So, Lord of the Rings is sick, bro.
Is it?
I love it. I've seen the first 2, so I'm about to watch the 3rd one. Then I'm going to start watching the Hobbits. So
So
they're phenomenal.
is that genuine question? Is that something we should both watch and talk about?
I would highly encourage it. Dude, I
Okay.
love it. Like, I absolutely love it. If you end up not liking it, and that's cool, we don't got to talk about it. That's fine. But give it a try. Now they are very long. They're like
That
almost 4 hours apiece.
isn't my boy Count Dooku in it?
Yeah, he's one of the villains.
Okay.
But
I gotta give it a shot in chat.
what's crazy about it is all 3 of them are literally one story.
Right. They filmed them all at once, I think.
Like there's no time between them. It's all continuing, and it's so good.
Okay.
So highly recommend. I loved the first 2.
So with a new one coming out, it's probably a good thing for us to do it, is what I'm hearing.
Like, let me double check when that's coming out. That was not even a piece of news I was going to talk about, but that
Right.
just popped into my head. Hold on. The Hunt for Gollum. The Hunt for Gollum Oh, I'm sorry. It releases in 2027. It starts filming this year. Yo! Hold on.
Hmm.
Is this or something? Trey?
Hmm.
We are going to the movies all day on December 17th, 2027.
Why?
Because we're watching Lord of the Rings and we are watching Secret Wars. They come out the same day, bro. December 17th.
We won't have to do that. We'll just do Lord of the Rings. Because we already have seen Secret Wars. We're going to that premiere.
I like the way you think.
That. I know, being a Star Wars creator, I want to have a lot of Star Wars stuff like as my top. That one though, dude. That's one I don't want to miss. That's a premiere I would probably put at the top of all of the upcoming Marvel stuff. I know how
Yeah.
you feel about Brand New Day, but Secret Wars, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
dude.
saying?
I think about that. I think about Beyond the Spider-Verse. Like, the Batman comes out next year. Dude! So, okay. You got time to watch Lord of the Rings then. But yeah, dude. Those come out the same day in theaters. That's insane.
That is kind of, dude, that you want to talk about a weekend for the movies.
You have
That is
two of the biggest franchises ever
that's
being released the same day.
crazy, bro.
Dude, that's way bigger than Dune and Doomsday this year. Way bigger.
It's also way bigger than, what was it, Barbieheimer or something?
I still have never seen Oppenheimer. I've never seen Barbie either.
I haven't seen either of them.
I want to see Oppenheimer, but I heard that that's like an amazing film experience, like being there in theater,
Mm.
especially when the nuke goes off. Oh my gosh.
Ooh, yeah.
But yeah, dude. So you should watch Lord of the Rings. Chat, should he watch Lord of the Rings? I think it's phenomenal.
I'm for it, especially for content purposes. I'm for it.
It's so good. Ah, but my final thing. This is mainly just an announcement. This is for everybody who does not know, because there's been very minimal advertising for it. Wonder Man comes out next Wednesday.
I saw that. I saw a trailer or I think it was today. Eh,
I'm in between. I'm gonna give it a chance, especially because the first two episodes are directed by the guy who's doing Brand New Day. That's Daniel Cretton, who did Shang-Chi. So I think the first two episodes could be pretty solid. He's not directing any episodes between 3 and 8 though. So I
hmm.
don't know. I think it'll be a strong start.
I kind of hate that, bro.
Like, how many directors are there? I have the poster. Actually, no, I don't. I lost it. But yeah, I think that there's like 4 or 5 directors for this show. But
Interesting.
I will give it a shot. It's the first Marvel project of the year. Hopefully, it's surprisingly good, sets the tone, and hopefully it makes this year start with a bang. I'm looking forward to it.
Agreed. Is that everything for news and rumors?
That is everything for news and rumors.
Ooh, we hit that on the nose, bro. 29:15.
Yes. We're punctual, chat.
That's what I'm saying. All right, chat. Mystery segment is back, baby.
That's right.
This week
Oh no.
we're gonna put Evan's knowledge to the test with some
Okay.
Spider-Man lore.
Ooh. Yes.
Now I will say this is all films.
Okay.
I didn't go deep into any like, crazy stuff from the comics, but
Okay.
number 1, what was the first lie that Peter Parker tells Tony Stark during their initial meeting? A, that he's from Queens. B, that he built his suit himself. C, that he's been Spider-Man for 6 months. D, that he's an intern at Stark Industries. Did we stump him, chat?
Hold on. It's throwing me off because the first lie that I thought he told him was I had homework. Because hold on. He is from Queens. That's a true statement. He did make his suit himself. Wait, that Tony Stark told Peter?
What?
Or Peter told Tony Stark?
No, Peter tells Stark.
Okay. So, he did make his own suit. He has been Spider-Man for 6 months.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. I think it's D. Because why on earth would he tell Tony Stark that he's an intern for him? But hold on. No. Because he's there for this. Him and Tony collectively lied to Aunt May about being there for the Stark Foundation. So that's technically. Okay, hold on. It's been so long since I watched Homecoming. Oh, look, it's Civil War.
Either Evan's overthinking this or I got it wrong and I butchered the segment.
It's not Queens. He's from Queens. I know that for a fact. He did make his own suit, so it's either C or D. They both collectively lie about the internship. So I'm going to say it's a technicality thing, and it's going to be C. Is it C?
It is C. He exaggerated how long he's been Spider-Man to sound more experienced, yeah.
Thank the Lord. Okay.
Hopefully, these are all perfectly correct, chat. I don't want to be, you know what I'm saying? I don't know it like Evan does, so, you know. What? Wait, hold on. What object does Green Goblin use to kill Norman Osborn in the original trilogy?
Oh, the way that's worded is insane. It's his glider.
There you go. Yeah, I didn't have to.
Because I was like, Green Goblin killed Norman Osborn. I'm like,
bro,
right.
He looked at me, chat. I was like, uh-oh. I thought I done butchered another one, bro.
Yeah, it's the glider.
What does Peter Parker stop using after Spider-Man 2 ends? His homemade suit? His web shooters? His glasses? His job at the Daily Bugle?
This is Toby?
Yeah, Spider-Man 2.
Okay, repeat those.
His homemade suit? His web shooters? His glasses? Or did he quit his job at the Daily Bugle?
Well, the big reason he started using his glasses again is because he lost his powers. But by the time the end of the movie gets here, he gets his powers back, so he doesn't need his glasses anymore. So it's his glasses.
Dude, Evan's good, chat. Yeah, Evan's good.
Wait, that's a trick question, too. Because he doesn't have web shooters. He shoots them out his wrists.
That's true. It's a trick question, yeah.
Ooh.
Evan's on one, chat. Which villain is responsible for Aunt May finding out Peter is Spider-Man in the Raimi trilogy? A. Green Goblin, B. Doc Ock, C. Sandman, or D. None. She figures it out herself.
It's none.
Man, chat, I was trying to stump him, bro. Yeah, he's solid, bro.
I like this.
What is the first thing that Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man does after getting his powers? Builds his own web shooters, stops a robbery, tracks down Uncle Ben's killer, tests wall crawling in school.
In school? It's not that one, because he doesn't crawl around the school. He goes like a skate park. And then he jumps off a building. It's not track down Uncle Ben's killer, because he makes his whole suit before he starts tracking down his killer. Actually, hold on. This is tough because technically, when he first starts tracking down Uncle Ben's killer, he doesn't have his full-on suit yet. When he gets the actual killer, he has the suit. But when he's tracking him down, he has like the toboggan with the sunglasses on, the red mask. So it's not. He doesn't track down the killer first, I think, because I think he makes his web shooters first, because shoot. It's either the web shooters or Uncle Ben's killer, but I think he has to have webs when he goes and gets Uncle Ben's killer. I know when he makes the actual web shooter himself, they show the whole thing with his actual suit. Oh man, this is stupid. I feel like I'm gonna miss one here because it's ridiculous. They're so close together. I'm watching the movie. He got bit. He starts freaking out in his room. He eats like everything in sight. Oh man, okay. I want to say Uncle Ben's killer, but I'm gonna go with web shooters.
It is Uncle Ben's killer.
No.
Immediately went on a revenge-driven hunt.
Shoot.
Number 6, chat.
No, man.
Why? Wait, is this right? Whatever. If it's not right, we're gonna run it anyway. Why does Mysterio really choose Spider-Man as his enemy? He wants revenge on Tony Stark. Peter controls Edith. Spider-Man exposes his illusion tech. Fury orders him to.
It's not Fury. And it's not exposing his illusion tech. In the MCU, he does have a vendetta against Tony Stark. But, and this is why he wants him to be his enemy.
Yeah. Why did he choose Spider-Man as his enemy?
Well, he does need the Edith glasses to control everything. But it all stems from his hatred for Tony Stark. So I'm going to say that one.
It's B. It's Edith.
I got both of the answers in my final two, and I'm missing.
The problem with those last two questions, those were the most tight knit amongst, like, they had the closest answers, like, at least after you did process of elimination.
Yeah, because like, that number 6 I feel like made sense, but yeah.
I pulled these from Reddit, chat, so somebody on Reddit made these. What physical consequence does Peter suffer at the end? No Way Home. I'm not giving you the choices.
Oh, no one remembers who he is.
There you go. Technically, you're wrong. He is completely forgotten by the world. Yeah, I had to give you an easy one, dog. Although you did pretty solid. That was what, 5 of 7?
Yeah, I'm ticked. 5 and 6 ticked me off. Mainly 5.
Yeah.
Cause 6 I could see either way. 5? It's a whole montage of all of it together. So you got to remember what happens in the first in the montage.
Yeah, it's just a big old collect. Yeah, I agree.
That's it. When I go to bed tonight, I'm watching Spider-Man.
Nice. Which one? Yes?
Yes. I'm not going to bed till I finish them. That includes Spider-Verse.
Ooh. Good choice.
I'm not going to bed till Thursday.
Thursday.
Oh, that was fun though. I like trivia. I'm not gonna lie. Mystery segments, I feel like I never know if they're gonna be like a good mystery segment or if they're gonna be a punishment mystery segment. And like it's like Oh, this is like not fun. It's fun, but it's hard.
It's fun, but it's like nerve-wracking kind of.
I'm still waiting for the revenge of me making you do impressions. That was so funny, bro.
Oh, you're gonna get your revenge on episode 66. Yeah.
Hey, bro. Don't you
Yeah.
worry. I have some more of the impressions lined up, bro. So as soon as you pull the trigger on that, bro, it's coming right back to you.
So it's gonna be a never-ending cycle.
Dude, they're planned. I have them. I have a whole list ready.
I think
And
the
yes, it
trivia.
will
I
be
think the
funny.
trivia one's fun.
The trivia is fun. Man, we've done so many.
We have done a few, yeah.
Because we've
It,
done
it
trivia.
tests our
We've done
knowledge.
we've done build a character. We've done uh keep two, cut eight.
We have done keep two,
Impressions.
yeah.
Keep two, cut eight sucks.
Yeah,
But that
keep
was
two,
sick.
cut eight is. That was rough, bro.
Oh.
That was rough. All right, chat. Grab your popcorn and buckle in for this one because we have a decent amount of talking points here. So I'm just gonna kind of say one. We'll talk about it. Go into the next. Just nice little. Keep a nice little flow. So here's the thing. He's just chilling. He's just chilling, chat.
He's chilling on the mic.
Imagine one day we all get on here, chat, to film the pod, and Evan's just a thing. Like it's literally Evan. Like that'd be kind of
It's
crazy, bro.
cooperative time.
All right, chat. So to open things off, start it from the top. I know we're probably going to get some claps from Evan here. Kathleen Kennedy has officially stepped down as president of Lucasfilm.
Woo! Praise the Lord.
Kathleen is being replaced by Dave Filoni and Lin Brennan. Officially. I think that happened. Are you crying? Yeah, he's crying.
I'm so happy. So happy. So happy.
I think it was official Friday. Yeah, how do you feel about that, bro? Besides crying.
Oh, I'm ecstatic. Oh.
Yeah.
It was a long time coming.
I do think it was a long time coming. This next piece, I don't know how happy it's gonna make you. However, I don't think it's a horrible thing. Kennedy will still produce The Mandalorian and Grogu and Starfighter.
That's understandable. She was part of making them happen.
Agreed. I'm perfectly fine with that. I think I think those movies are going to be fine anyway, both of them. I think they both pop a bill, and I think Starfighter does better.
I do think Starfighter does better. I'm in the boat right now where I'm wanting Mando and Grogu to make a little bit less than a bill. So I beat you in the year-long race of the high-grossing films. So I hope it makes about 750, 800. It still make a profit. I want it to make a profit. I want it to do well, but I don't want it to hit a bill.
I get it.
For competitive reasons.
But
if it does, I'll be happy for it.
Yeah. I want both those to hit a bill, of course. Because I want what's best for Star Wars.
Absolutely.
So, Kennedy says that the script for James Mangold and Beau Willman's Star Wars film is incredible. The film is currently on hold and will be somebody else's decision if it gets made. It follows the origins of the Jedi and is set 25,000 years in the past. I don't like that it's on hold. There's too much stuff on hold, which I'm going to talk about next, and it's just kind of, I don't know.
Am I wrong? Is that the same era as the Eclipse?
Yeah. Eclipse.
Imagine they were timing them to come out together.
Well, Eclipse actually is like toward the end of the High Republic.
Okay,
So leading into Phantom Menace.
I gotcha.
So
I gotcha.
Eclipse is after the Acolyte. So
I gotcha.
yeah. I forget what were they originally calling this? Dawn of the Jedi, I think.
Yes.
I think that's
Which
what's
is sick.
unfortunate is I was pretty excited for this one. Pretty exciting just thoughts really on it. I don't know. I don't like that it's on the back burner, which we're going to talk about in a minute cuz there's so much on the back burner. It's kind of really unfortunate. Um yeah, I think Mangold can make it a phenomenal Star Wars film. Um I wonder if Filoni's going to greenlight it.
Honestly, they probably are waiting. I think a reason why a lot of stuff is on hold is because they probably knew this was coming.
Yeah.
So it's like when Dave gets in here, we're gonna let him decide what he still wants to keep, what he wants to get rid of. So that's probably the biggest reason. I would like him to greenlight this one. I think I'd be
Mhm.
fine with that.
I completely agree. Yeah. So, next up, chat, we're going to talk about all of the potential future Star Wars films. So, Kennedy gives an update on the future of Star Wars films. James Mangold film is on hold but has an incredible script. We just talked about that. Donald Glover has turned in a script for the Mando movie.
Mando?
Sorry, Lando.
Oh,
My bad.
I'd watch Lando.
I don't think I want it, bro.
Why,
Dude,
dude?
they made him fall in love with a droid, bro.
Man, Lando? Gosh, you got me saying it now.
He fell in love with a droid, bro.
Okay, that's
I,
stupid.
I,
That's stupid.
you watch Solo, you know.
I like Solo though.
I know, but that whole thing with the droid dog, I don't. I guess didn't really fall in love with it, but it was kind of.
I'm just sad.
It was a little sus. Yeah, I think it could be okay. I just don't know that we need it, man. I think I'd rather explore Crimson Dawn, Kira, stuff like that from the Solo movie than I would Lando.
I agree. I agree. If we got a Solo too, though, I'd be happy. It won't happen, but I'd be happy.
I'd be okay with a Solo too. The next one is rather interesting. Simon Kinberg is actively working on a trilogy of films that Dave Filoni and Lin Brennan are both very on board with. So they're on board with the trilogy. Some of the things I've seen are that could potentially be 10, 11, 12. I don't hate it. I don't love it. Depending on where they go with it, you know what I mean? It depends on the connectiveness. It depends on what they're doing with it. Depends on what characters from the sequels are going to be in it. That sort of thing. I think for me.
Do you have anything else about characters who are potentially going to be in that? I did just read this, because I have some of the news pulled up, and I did read that specific trilogy that we're talking about. Daisy Ridley is said to be a part of it, but she's not going to be a main character. She's going to kind of be a background character and they're going to be focusing on new leads.
Interesting. Okay. Hmm.
So I don't know how I'm feeling about that yet.
You know, I feel like if you're going to bring Ridley back and bring Ray back, I kind of want Grogu to be a part of the story.
It would make that feel, especially seeing what happens in this film that's coming up, because I don't want this to be the last time we see Grogu. Especially like
It won't be.
He makes them too much money, to be frank, but
Yeah.
also like he's still a kid basically. Like he's still growing up. Like I want to see like him develop into like a massive character.
That's part of the reason I think tying him in with Ray would be a decent move. Just because he'll have a lot of time to develop between then, you know? What would it be? 30-ish years, I think.
Yeah, about.
I don't know how much he'll age at in that time frame.
Cause he'd be like, cause right now he's what, like 50? He's in his 50s.
Yeah, he's in his 50s.
So, yeah, cause like Yoda was what, 900 ish.
Mm-hmm.
So like literally, he's gonna be a ninth of what Yoda was, and Yoda was definitely old by the time he was done.
Right.
Uh I don't know. Like, I at least want to see this kid start talking.
Agree. I think that happens in the movie.
That'd be cool. Imagine his first word is dad. And it's when he's dying.
Chat, Evan just reminded me of something.
I got him feeling all sentimental. And then he just broke his heart.
I remember seeing a reporter ask Pedro Pascal what Grogu's first word should be. And you know what he said? Daddy. He made it weird, bro. He made it so weird for no reason. I'll send you the clip. But he made
I
it
don't know
weird.
if I want to watch that.
Yeah. They were like, oh, it has to be daddy. I don't know why they had to do that, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Why
Actually,
can't it just be
I think I
dad?
posted the clip
Or
on.
like father.
Yeah, like I don't know what it should be.
Padre! Instead of it'd be so close to Pedro and Padres. Padre. He's Spanish.
He just goes, Yoda. You seek Yoda. That'd be kind of sick. Bro, hold on. What if he's like Yaddle and doesn't talk backwards? Because Yaddle didn't.
So what's the explanation about that?
I have no idea, bro.
Like, did Yoda? Did he just try to be cool, like all mystic and stuff, or did he get dropped on his head as a little Yoda?
I don't know. And the crazy thing is, like, there's no name for the species either.
Ah,
So, dude, I have no clue, bro. No idea. For the next piece, Taika Waititi turned in a script that Kennedy calls hilarious and great. I don't think I want it, bro.
I don't want any project from Taika anymore. Ragnarok is the best thing he did, and then he massively messed it up because that was him getting his foot in the door, and he shifted Thor, and then he ruined Thor. So no. And Korg is one of my least favorite characters in all the MCU.
Wow. That is
So no,
great.
I don't want to think from Taika.
Yeah, I don't really care for that project. I mean, I don't I don't know. I don't want them to try to make Star Wars movies too funny. and then lose the magic of the story. You know what I'm saying?
That's the magic. It's like putting in Jack Black.
Yeah, and Lizzo. Yeah. Wasn't a fan of
Like,
that, bro.
I just don't get the point.
Doesn't make any sense. Um,
Doesn't make sense. No.
Now, Kathleen Kennedy did confirm that the Hunt for Ben Solo script is on the back burner, and that she has read it and liked it.
So it's not dead.
It's not dead.
That's encouraging news.
I think having Filoni in charge gives us a shot to get that film. Because I feel like if of anybody, he listens to the fans more than everybody else there.
Do we know Dave's opinion of the sequels?
I don't think he's given it.
Because I know fans definitely, of the sequel stuff, that's what we do want. But I wonder, especially like how they're going to start tying stuff in with the Kinberg stuff. Like if Ray is going to be a part of it, and like that's going to be a thing, then maybe we should have this story because we're still going to have that, even though it's not everybody's favorite. But I wonder how much he enjoys it.
That was part of my thoughts on the Kinberg trilogy stuff is you know, the rumor is 10, 11, 12. Well, what if they do the Hunt for Ben Solo and that's 10? And then technically we have 11, 12, 13.
How would you feel about that, though? We have like a whole... Because I know we have like Rogue One, but Rogue One's not a number. And like we have Solo, but that's not a number. Yeah. So how are you going to feel about like, oh, we get this is not meant to be a pun. We get a solo film between two trilogies. That is an actual numbered Star Wars movie. I think that'd be weird.
I almost feel like if the movie is pretty much solely about Ben Solo, don't make it a number. Just make it the Hunt for Ben Solo and leave it alone.
I agree. What is your opinion if they turned it into a show rather than a film?
Depends on the script. If I feel like the script is really perfect for a movie, leave it alone. But I mean, if the script feels more like it could be better broken up, then I'd be okay with it. Look, I understand that it's a touchy subject for a lot of people when it comes to the sequels, but I feel like we need some connectiveness, you know. We need some more sequel era stuff, preferably live action show. But I don't know what, you know. Like I think that's part of the problem. Unless they were to do a Knights of Ren show,
that'd be pretty cool.
That would be phenomenal. I mean, I think we would all watch that.
I do think they need to leave it as a film. Big reason being, we've seen what happens when you take the idea for a film and you turn it into a show, which is Kenobi. And that was nowhere near what we should have gotten.
That wasn't even just a film, that was a trilogy.
And I think they're pretty hit or miss when it comes to their live action stuff. For shows.
I get it, yeah.
Because animated stuff, we talked about this. Animated, they thrive. They don't miss in animation.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with that for the most part, bro. Now I have the most sad piece of Star Wars news. It is confirmed that Dave Filoni's Mandalorian crossover, which was expected to be Heir to the Empire, has been put on the back burner. I don't know if that'll change now that he's in charge. But that's upsetting.
Yeah, I don't like that.
That is upsetting. I feel like we'll still eventually get it, but maybe they could rework it into a trilogy. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful on that one. Specifically because that would be their best way to give us sequels but also, still have the sequels that we got. And so that you have both, the people that want something in between and wanted a different version of Luke, we can still get it. But then the people that like the sequels still have it. I think that's the best move. However, I don't think you go in the route of George's sequels and have Talon and Maul. Although I think that's what they're doing with the Darth Maul show. But I think you go the route of Thrawn, Luke, all of that sort of thing. Add Ahsoka in it now. You know what I mean?
Are you still wanting Sebastian Stan to play Luke, or do you want somebody younger?
I'd be perfectly fine with Sebastian Stan.
I agree. I think you do a good job.
I would be perfectly fine with Sebastian Stan. Yeah. Completely. This next thing is a little odd. According to MovieWeb, here are the 7 characters that could appear in The Mandalorian and Grogu. We have Luke Skywalker, Boba Fett, Ahsoka Tano, Anakin Skywalker, Leia, Han Solo and Chewie, and Obi-Wan.
I think Anakin and Obi-Wan are the 2 biggest stretches.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I feel about Han and Chewie. If they are, because we don't know if they're connected stuff. If they are, that'd be cool. But what are we doing? Are we de-aging Harrison Ford?
I feel like
they did in Indiana Jones?
I feel like, oh, okay, he did look good in that. I thought
He did.
I feel like Obi-Wan and Anakin make the least sense. I really don't feel like Ahsoka makes sense.
The only thing is, though, is they've met.
Well, I know, but what are they gonna do? Pull her out from Peridia and then stick her back before the show? Like, that doesn't make. You see what I mean?
That
Unless the show comes out before the movie.
But I don't think it's going to be coming out.
No.
No shot. Because there's been, now obviously we know Star Wars sucks at marketing, but that'd be like what, 3 months from now?
Yeah.
So, that'd be insane.
I don't see how Ahsoka, Anakin, Obi-Wan make any sense. Boba Fett. Okay, so here's the characters that I think make the most sense: Luke Skywalker, Boba Fett, Grand Admiral Thrawn, because he's back in the main galaxy, right? I feel like all of because it's what the story is something like Mando and Grogu are hired by the New Republic to take out some new Imperial warlords. I think it's going to lead to Thrawn. I really do. I think Thrawn's going to end up being the big bad of the movie. If I'm wrong, that sucks, because that's the correct move. And then Leia, Han, Chewie, and honestly Ben Solo, they all make perfectly good sense. And the Ghost Crew minus Sabine makes sense. Because we know Zeb is in the movie. We know for a fact Zeb is in the movie. That's their best way to connect it to the higher ups in the New Republic. Being Hera. You could bring in Ezra. You could have Jason. Obviously, you could have Leia. All of them. So I feel like that's probably the most likely group there. Luke makes sense because I don't think he'll have a big role, but I feel like he could make a cameo toward the end of like we know a big problem is coming, like Leia talking to Luke type situation.
There is one other big character that I think would make sense to be in this film.
Who?
Bo-Katan.
Yeah. Bo-Katan would make a ton of sense. I do agree. Moff Gideon. Because I don't think he's dead.
Do we think that he's the big bad of the film?
He could be. Yeah, he could be. But I just don't feel like, you know what? I think we could get Finnick too, and Chrysanthemum.
They'd make sense, especially if Boba's there.
Maybe this could be the continuation of the Book of Boba Fett. Like they kind of give those characters a little bit of a push. Cobb Vanth.
The only question about all of this is, though, is how much is too much?
Yeah.
Because we don't want, as cool as it'd be to see all of these characters, I don't want to see all of them in one movie.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
I feel like
too much.
It's because there's very few films that I feel like you could put everybody in, especially because this. Oh wow, sorry.
What?
I just got like a massive notification in my ear. I forgot that my computer's not charged in. It's not plugged in, so it's not charging. Oh, okay. But I feel like there's too many people to have in one film for this because the shows have always felt kind of condensed.
Mm-hmm.
Like Boba is like the first time that we actually got something where it's like, oh, this actually feels more connected to the rest of the universe rather than like, oh, he's just by himself.
Yeah. I do think this film could be one that leads into the Thrawn trilogy if they do end up doing it.
I'd take that.
I think we could get this film followed by Ahsoka, and then, bam, first episode of the Thrawn trilogy. I think that would be a great choice, a great choice.
I want something very similar to what Marvel does. I want like a roadmap of like
Agreed.
where we're going because I feel like there's just too much uncertainty and we're starting to lose sight of where everything fits in, especially for the casual fan. Like I feel like people are gonna be like, I don't understand anything that's happening with Star Wars anymore.
Yeah. Maybe D23 this year could be big for Star Wars. Under new leadership, I think that would be a perfect way to start it off. And it's not until like August or September, I think. But I think that would be a phenomenal way to start it off.
I agree.
Yeah, bro, that was pretty much all I had. If you want to add anything.
I'm gonna save my question for next week because you mentioned what we might be talking about next week, so I'm gonna save my question. I had like kind of a big one for you.
Okay. Yeah, cool with me, bro. Chat, this was one of the shorter ones that we've done. Hour 8. Still not bad. There was a lot less Marvel and DC to talk about this week, so it was a very Star Wars heavy episode. Hope you guys did enjoy episode 28 of the Nerds podcast. We will see you guys in the next one. Like both of or subscribe to both of our channels. The link will be down below in the description. I'm like getting all jittery, chat.
You look like
Also,
Fernando Mendoza.
Dude, that's what I'm saying, bro. Also, chat, go Rams. You already know what time it is. I'll see y'all in the next one, chat.